Hello and welcome to Body Packs. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I'll be looking at the 1982 sci-fi horror classic Xtro by Harry Bromley Davenport. Now this is the second site release, which is a beautiful release that they've actually put out. And this film actually has 4 cuts. I've just finished watching the original UK release one. Then there's like a director's edition one. Then there's an extended cut, and then I don't know what the other one is. Maybe a TV cut or something like that. But I just watched the original cut of the film. So Xtro, it's basically you start off on the film. You got a dad and a son. They're playing out by their summer cottage, I believe it is, and they have a dog that they're playing with, and they throw a stick, and it hits. It's kind of weird. It hits some sort of force field or something in the sky. And then you get the first little bit of really bad special effects to this film. But yeah, it's kind of, it jumps like the dad disappeared, and then the mom has got with someone else now, and they live in the city with the mom, the son, and the stepdad. It's a bit of a weird start to this film. Anyway, the alien comes back down to Earth. You see it kind of, it's like a meteorite or something, or a ship, or it crashes somehow, and then you see it kind of being birthed out of the mud or something like that. Or it's coming out of the mud. Anyway, you start seeing it, and again, the special effects. It's a guy or a woman, I'm not sure. They're kind of dressed up in like an alien suit, and they're like kind of, you imagine like sat down, so you have your arms behind you, and then like your legs, and you kind of like almost lying down, but like walking like that. And then there's like the mask at the back of the head of the face. So it's meant to make it look a bit weird how it's moving, but it's incredibly obvious what it is. But it looks pretty cool. Anyway, the alien breaks into this woman's house and impregnates the woman by shooting this penis tube kind of into her mouth, and it puts some sort of egg in there into her or something like that. But yeah, then we jump across to the son. He has some kind of a bit of a link with the dad, I think, because he starts having these night traumas. Yeah, so it's some sort of shit going down, like, so he knows that the dad's coming back, and there's one scene he wakes up covered in blood. It's kind of like hammer blood. It's very like bright red. So it doesn't look the most realistic, but yeah, they're trying to figure out he doesn't have any cuts or anything on him, and it's just his dad. This blood's appeared, and he's like, my dad gave it to me. It's like, strange kid. And anyway, we go back to this woman who got impregnated by the alien, and she regains consciousness, and then she kind of collapses and starts to give birth, and it kills her, and all this innards coming out, and you see it being birthed, kind of like Takashi Miike's Gozu. It reminds me of like somewhere like the gunk and guts, and you pushing your way out of like the female, but yeah, kind of a bit weird. And anyway, so we go back to the family again. It has my Diabo. She's so it's a living nanny. That's her actual name. She's the only kind of one the other couple of people in the film I kind of recognise. I think they're from like UK TV and that. But I did this my Diabo. She's the one I recognise her from the most is Can't remember which Bond it is, but I think it's one of the ones with Timothy Dalton. It's like in the 90s, but she's late 80s, and she's stunning. She's the nanny in the film, and yeah, you keep seeing her popping up, and it's she has one of her friends come around to have like, sex every so often. I think he just wanted to throw some nudity into the film, so she's just in there, a bit of a throwaway part. Well, I know she kind of comes into it a little bit, maybe a bit later on. Anyway, the dad appears again, and he turns up, and it's like, oh shit, hello, you're back again. It's kind of weird. It's like he kind of just comes straight back into the home. It's like he's staying with them. It's like the stepdad to the mum is obviously a little bit pissed, but the kid's super happy, and she's a bit confused with everything. It's just the characters are quite weak in this film. The writing is kind of pretty weak as well to it, so none of it feels particularly kind of believable. Anyway, so I'm just scrolling through it to write a few notes. Anyway, the guy Sam, I think that's his name, proceeds to suck on his son. He's sucking on his shoulder, and I don't know what it does, but it kind of gives the son his kind of power that he has. It's kind of like a telekinesis sort of thing, but whatever he thinks about happens, it visualizes it comes true. So he passes this on to his son, and then there's one point the kid's having a dream, and he wakes up, and it's like all this weird stuff that he's dreaming about is like coming to life. This is weird, trippy, killer dwarf clown, and all these kind of crazy imagery and lights and everything. And he's been thinking about his toy soldier, and he hates the woman downstairs, the neighbour, especially because she proceeded to pulverise his pet snake at one point in the film. So he's thinking about his toy soldier. So his toy soldier appears downstairs as a full life robot and kills her, tracks her down and kills her. Whoever's doing the robot movements is actually pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of some like 80s dance robot moves, but it's like really, really cool done, actually. It's probably one of the best bits of the film. And anyway, so I can't remember where the stepdad's gone off to work or something. He's a photographer and he's a bit pissed off. So the mum and the original dad, Sam, they go back off. I think it's to the original cottage where he first disappeared. And so then Nanny is looking after the kid, and then they're playing. But the friend comes around to sleep with her again, and the kid's like, he wants to play a game, so he starts playing hide and seek, and she gets clobbered over the head with this wobbly hammer by the dwarf clown, and the kid proceeds to start sucking on her, but a little differently on this one. It's he actually, I don't know how it does it, but obviously she's think of like the film Species, where Natasha Henstridge is in that cocoon kind of thing in the bathroom. It's a little bit like that. It's kind of what this reminds me of. But you can see this Mariam's face. But yeah, she's all cocooned up in the bathroom, and the guy who's like like sleeping with her is like, well, where's she gone? She's been gone a while playing this game, and he's trying to find her, and it's like the kid's thinking of these different things. These toy tanks like shooting at him like real bullets, and so he runs into the bathroom and finds her, freaks out a bit, runs off, and then this Black Panther randomly kills him. There's a lot of random stuff in here. And anyway, we go back to the summer cottage, and the mum and the dad, the Sam, they inevitably start having sex and that, and it's something, I don't know, he changes when he's there, and he starts to slip. It's like you see, it's not really him. It's like, yeah, it is him, but the aliens start to kind of almost take over, and the aggression starts to come out, and it like hits her, and it's like being all weird, and he's starting to physically change. And anyway, basically the stepdad turns up with the kid, and then the kid goes off with his dad, and he goes to this spacecraft, and the dad's fully transformed into an alien, which is really crappy looking alien, really shitty looking mask, and he gets taken off to his own planet, and then there's a big jump scare at the end, and that's the film. Sorry, that's a bit of a long-winded talk about it. It's an interesting one. It's an 80s cult following, and Second Sight really did a great job on this. I'm not sure they necessarily needed to, although I know actually checking that this went out of print very quickly. But I mean, I don't know how many copies they had of this, but it's not a bad film. I know there's another two, I think, but I don't think they really have anything to do with this one. They're almost their own entities, and they're all done by Harry Bromley Davenport. But anyway, talking way too much. This is the end of the review. Check it out if you like your cult, weird, sci-fi 80s horror films. It's worth a watch. Thank you very much. Good night.